Okay, let's dive into something really quite powerful today. We're looking at a very personal piece of writing one of you shared with us. It's called A Letter to Myself, Acknowledging Past Pain.
Right, and this isn't, your standard article. It's incredibly intimate. It's like a window into someone's past, looking at some really tough emotional states, pain, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Feels very raw. So our goal here for this deep dive is really to unpack the journey described in these words, to try and understand what it tells us about getting through those really difficult times.
Yeah, makes sense. So where should we start?
Well, it opens, doesn't it, with apologies
Mm-hmm.
to a past version of the writer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lines like, I am sorry for all the pain you went through. Sorry for the times you wanted to give up. Even sorry for not being able to help you. It's quite direct.
And sorry for making you feel so alone and stuck. You feel that weight straight away. It's like the present self reaching back with compassion.
Definitely. And then there's that question embedded in there. Tell me what the difference is when the pain is more than you can bear.
Hmm. What does that say to you, that specific line?
Well, it speaks to a breaking point, doesn't it? A level of suffering that feels just impossible to manage, like it's beyond your limits.
Yeah, insurmountable. And then this really interesting conflict starts showing up.
You mean the part about needing someone, but then apologizing for not seeing the light themselves?
Exactly that. Wanting someone to listen, to care, but then turning inward and almost blaming themselves for not listening to their own wisdom. Doubting those reassurances like, you are stronger than you think.
Right, that disconnect, where you might intellectually know something or someone tells you you're strong, but you just can't feel it or believe it in that moment.
Yeah, that's it. And the letter really leans into that struggle using that phrase, the insanity in my mind. It sounds like more than just chaos, maybe like a trap, a loop.
A loop is a good word, and it seems rooted in feeling really damaged. That line, I have been broken one too many times. That sounds like resignation, almost.
Yeah, like feeling shattered beyond repair, maybe. Losing hope that things can get better after being knocked down repeatedly.
It sets this tone of deep weariness, and then there's that bit about the shiny dime.
Oh, right. Maybe one day you'll see me when you find a shiny dime.
That feels distant, doesn't it? Like hope is just a random, maybe unlikely accident.
Yeah, not something expected or reliable, but, this is where the whole thing takes a really crucial turn.
Okay.
After all this incredibly heavy reflection on the past, pain, the unbearable stuff, wanting to give up, feeling broken, the letter just pivots right at the end.
The last two sentences.
Exactly. It says starkly, I have been here feeling this way, but this is not my current state of mind.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite a statement after everything that came before. A clear line drawn.
It is a clear line. It acknowledges the reality of the past feeling, but flat out states it's not the present. It's like reclaiming the now.
Acknowledging without being defined by it anymore.
Precisely. And then the very last bit, you are not alone. After all that focus on isolation and internal struggle.
Right. It just suddenly opens up. It connects, maybe connects back to the past self, but also maybe outwards to anyone reading it, anyone who's felt that way.
It moves from that deep internal pain to, well, shared experience,
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah. So if we sort of wrap up what we've seen in this deep dive, the letter takes us from this really raw place of confronting past suffering, feeling stuck, broken, wanting out,
Right, wrestling with that self-doubt, that internal battle.
through to this really powerful endpoint. The key is that clarification. This pain was real, but it's not my current state. And ending with connection, you are not alone.
So those phrases like pain is more than you can bear, broken one too many times, they capture the past. But then that switch, this is not my current state of mind, you are not alone. That's the present.
It's a remarkable thing, isn't it? To hold both in one reflection, to honor the past difficulty, but firmly assert a different present.
Definitely. So maybe a final thought for you listening, especially if this resonates. Consider the power captured right there in those last two sentences.
Yeah, that shift. The ability to distinguish between a past feeling state and a present reality, and then immediately reach for connection. What does that specific move, captured right there in the letter, tell us about how we navigate our own difficult times? Something to think about.